I stay right next to Gate Galaxy in Mumbai, which is like considered the mecca of watching movies in our city. And I remember I used to go there as a kid, and I think just the fact that you could do something which collectively immerse so many people together, and you had the power to hold people with something you make collectively. I think I found that very fascinating, and I think that was one of the things I found very attractive. I think these 3 4 movies came at that very same time, which were Rang De Basanti, Chak De India, The Idiots. These came at like this very. They came at a similar time, 2006, 7, 8, 9, and I think these are the films which really pushed me into the thing. Oh, okay, the page is turning. From Hindi films, Rajkumar Hirani, I think every filmmaker in India idolizes him. I think the simplicity with which he tells his stories is amazing. Love Zoya Akhtar. I think she's fantastic. I think her craft is like impeccable and so good. Sanjay sir, Sanjay Bansali. He's great. Like I mean, seeing his movies amazing. I love Sri Ram Raghavan. I think I saw Andhadhun, and Andhadhun was one of those films where I remember watching it in the theater and people being so mesmerized by when you collectively have people reacting together. I think the power of what a film can do is amazing. Honestly, like YRF, like working here, it's really like the best film school you can go to, and with really the best principal of that film school, which is Adi sir himself. There was a time Adi sir and we had already spoken about this, and he was like, Shiv, I think it's time for you to venture out and make your own film. And at that time, I was meeting writers, and I met Ayush. So he sent me a couple of concepts, and one of them was the concept of the railwayman. At that time, it was 2 pages, and when I read those 2 pages, my mind was blown. I was like, if someone could tell the story of the darkest night in Indian history with a lens of through a lens of hope, compassion, courage, and make it so engaging. I think this was a story that had to be told to the world. I remember I went to Adi sir and I told Adi sir, I have something and I think you should read it. And it's the story of the Bhopal gas leak told in this angle. And when he read it, he also had the same reaction, and he was like our mind was blown. When the script of TRM came about, I think at the same time, Adiso was planning Virus first step in streaming, and Wire of Entertainment was formed, and we were looking for something to do with Wire of Entertainment, and I think like when the Railwayman happened, the entire ethos of Wire F and Wire of Entertainment really fit hand in glove with the Railwayman. I think one of our objectives was to get here and have people from the rest of the world resonate with our stories. So I think seeing that actually happen, it feels really good because we set out to do something like this and the journey's just started. So I just hope it keeps growing and the love keeps coming in. As me personally, I've learned a lot, and I think that for me is the success. And to get so much appreciation is one thing, but also to get a platform to tell a story like this and then learn from it, I think that's the biggest thing. And I think like I'll always be grateful to YRF for like doing this, and I think hopefully we'll have many more successes to celebrate. Shah Rukh Khan, and I met him recently, and he said he loved the series. So I think, like, I got like both those. But no, the industry showed a lot of love, and for a debut director, I think it's amazing to get that recognition, and you feel really good about it. And especially when like people your colleagues, your contemporaries, and people who you've looked up to. Manish, who's the director of Fan, and I've worked with him, and to see him appreciate my work, and Victor sir, who's the director of Dhoom, and to see him appreciate my work, and then like for example Shah Rukh sir, I worked with him as AD on Fan, and to see him like really love it and get calls from other directors in the industry, and whose films you've seen, I think it just feels amazing. My next is actually a holiday. That's the first project I'm taking on, and there are a couple of I think like a lot of people were asking this question, but right after TRM around his release, and I was like, it's too early. But yeah, there are a couple of things that we are talking about. Adisa and I are excited about a few things. Whatever it is, of course, with YRF, and we have a couple of things we're excited about. So we're looking forward to see where that lands up.